last first off here is to fire at the end of the day for winning the World Championship last night. Congratulations. And here's to another American Royal Open 507 motherfucking barbecue today. Good luck!
I'm Richard Fergola, Fergalicious Barbecue. The reason why I decided to become a pit master, like anybody, watched all the TV shows, Barbecue Pit Masters, all those grilling shows, and became kind of addicted to them. And then when I stopped coaching, when I retired from coaching wrestling, I kind of was missing this competitive part of my life. And I became a CBJ for KCBS and went to a contest and saw what it was like and was like, this thing is so cool. And boom, here we are, 12 years later and at the American Royal. And I think this is my 7th or 8th year cooking the American Royal as Fergalicious. So yeah, lots happened since then. My experience here at the American Royal has been a pretty typical one. I mean, it's very busy, lots of distractions, lots of things going on, but just trying to stay focused on my cook and do what we're here to do. And so far, so good. Some key factors that set the American Royal apart from other competitions is part of it's just the sheer size. The amount of teams, like today in the Open, I think there's 507 teams. So, that's a lot of judges. That's a lot of cooks and a lot of really good cooks. So you've got the best cooks in the world here all in one space. So the food that you're cooking, that you're winning with every weekend, now you've got to kind of take it up a level. And you got to really be on your A game and make sure that you get a little luck on your side too. The unique atmosphere of competing in the American Royal, like I said, it's just one big parking lot because we're cooking, contests and parking lots every weekend, and this is a big one. So you got people from all around the world, sometimes teams that you don't ever get to see, and we call this the big stage or the Masters of Barbecue. So this is it. This is the granddaddy of them all for barbecue. So but you have to come in and treat it as if it's just another contest and try to run your cook.
So, see the new bottles over there, the Richard Fergola rebranding. So how is the rebranding working and how's it going for you?
It's going good. We're about ready to, I think we're getting close. We were just changing one of the colors on my, what was formerly known as SPG, now known as Buttery Garlic. Just wanted to get a color that popped a little bit more, and then I just got to get proofs and then we'll be ready to start putting them out there, man.
Yeah. Do you have a date quite yet?
No date in mind.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not something that just happens real fast.
Right. Nothing does.
As much as I want it to be done, just trying to take my time with it and do it right. Make sure, because when this rebrand is done, that's it. I ain't rebranded anymore. So I've rebranded before.
Right.
I haven't changed the name before, but that's the nice thing is my team will still be Fergalicious, but my brand will be the Richard Fergola Barbecue Seasoning. So.
Well, I mean, when people think of your brand, of course, Fergalicious is something they think of, but they, think of you first and foremost.
Right, yeah.
And that's why it's going to be good to be forward with your spices in your name.
Yeah, and I think we tried to think of some new brand names, and I said at the end of the day, it's got to be me. Because
you do the classes, you do the competitions,
right.
You're the face of it.
Right. And trying to trademark something that that's another whole nother obstacle. So I know I don't have to worry about my name being, that'll be easy to do. So my overall thoughts on last night's results were pretty good. I knew the brisket was good. I thought we had a pretty solid cook. So getting a 180 at the Royal is nice to get. This is actually my second time being in the top 13 overall in the Invitational. So pretty happy with that, and just see if I can follow that up here at the Open. Some of my favorite memories from previous American Royal would probably be the first year we cooked the American Royal here. When we finished 13th overall in the Invitational, we got a call that day. So our first time ever cooking in the American Royal, and we got I think we got a 6th place pork call, and then finished 13th overall. That was awesome just to experience that. That's when they had the awards in the grandstand, so that was a cool part too. And I'd probably have to say last night getting a 180. That's my first time getting a perfect 180 at the Royal, and being in the top 3 of a category. That was awesome. Tips for award-winning barbecue. This whole game is about tenderness, and so you can put all the awesome flavors on it that you want. At the end of the day, you got to cook it right, and so part of that starts with cooking with good products, and I consider wood and charcoal to be an ingredient, and so I start with that Royal Oak lump charcoal, and I think that's got great flavor, great color, but at the end of the day, I got to be able to cook it correctly, and what I mean by that is cooking it at the right temperature so it has the right texture. And once you understand that part, the tenderness of this game, then that's when you're going to create some pretty awesome barbecue. So there's lots of great rubs and sauces out there, but you got to cook it right. So I'm actually ranked number 2 right now, but it's kind of like a NASCAR points race. So whenever you place in a category or an overall, there's so many points attached to that, and they take your best 10. So like I've cooked 31 contests this year, so in order to figure out where I'm at in team of the year, they take my best 10 in overall, in chicken, in ribs, in pork, and brisket, and that's where you get ranked. So like right now, I think I'm 13th overall. I'm number 2 in ribs. I'm number 13 in pork, and I'm number 6 in brisket. So and this is coming down to the wire. The season ends at the end of October, so you got to score your points and try to get them. So, and at this point in the year, you have to finish really high in order to score points, because all your best 10 are usually first, second, third. So, anything past or under, first, second, and third is you're not scoring points. So my barbecue classes, I was a teacher for 21 years, and so when I got into barbecue, I just thought it was a natural progression for me to teach barbecue. And I really enjoy that. And so I just try to give those people, whether I'm teaching a backyard class or I'm teaching a competition class, I'm trying to give them the skills that help me be successful. And I always tell them I understand that not everybody thinks the same way or performs the same way in different situations. And so I always lead with, this is what has made me successful, and this is how I handle things. So if a person or a team can take little bits of that and be successful with it, then I've done my job. So I just want to help people get their name called or cook better in their backyard. So that's why I love teaching barbecue classes. Faded Fire at the end of the day, also a Royal Oak team. They did take my class a couple years ago. They're a great husband and wife team, and it was very exciting to see them win. Anytime I see people that has taken my class doing well, I'm ecstatic about that. So I'm super excited for them. What makes Kansas City barbecue stand out? I think in the world of competition barbecue, it's not really a thing. There's competition barbecue and there's restaurant barbecue, and I think on the restaurant side, what sets Kansas City apart is just the melting pot of flavors. We're kind of centralized, so there's a little bit of Carolina, there's a little bit of Texas, there's all these kind of things mixed together. And in competition barbecue, it's not a style per se, it's a flavor profile, it's tenderness. So we have to try to hit that all the time. So I get asked that question a lot, and it's not really a regional thing. So like if I go cook in Texas or California, I'm going to cook exactly what I'm cooking right here in Kansas City. So.